I'm honored to be here this morning, and I appreciate CCI giving me this opportunity. I'm going to start with a story. Funny how life works with things. Last Thursday, at 5:15 or so, I walked into a classroom to surprise a teacher to share with her that she was the teacher of the semester in our management leadership courses. So I walked in, and some students were giving a presentation. So I kind of slid in the back of the classroom and listened to the students. 5 students up front were presenting on Boeing 737 MAX issues, ethics, leadership, culture, things like that. As they got to the end of the presentation, their final slide was conscious capitalism. I just thought, this is so cool. It was heartwarming and it was validating because it came about from 5 years of work and effort to integrate conscious capitalism in a Colangelo College of Business. So that's my talk, what I'm going to briefly share with you, and we're going to end how we got there. So the purpose of Grand Canyon University is high quality, affordable, Christian education for all social-economic classes of society. Our stakeholder integration, as it says up there, is to grow a university and revitalize our neighborhood. So quick backstory. GCU was founded in 1949, small Baptist college, just about 30 minutes north of here in West Phoenix. It was mainly known for nurses and teachers, and everything was built in the 1950s. So then fast forward to 2004, the school fell on hard times. It was $20 million in debt, and on the 90 acres, there were less than 1,000 students. The infrastructure was falling apart, and the neighborhood was full of crime, drugs, and poverty. So 2008, ownership, in a last-ditch effort to save the university, brought in Brian Mueller. Brian immediately realized that we needed to invest cash. We didn't have a large alumni donor base. There was nothing they could really do except go to the public markets, and that's why this is a capitalism free market success story. So the public markets brought in $254 million. They believe and invested in Brian Mueller's vision and leadership of Grand Canyon University. He immediately invested that $254 million into infrastructure and technology. All right, I apologize, something's out of whack here. Next one. So what we have today is a very unique higher ed startup. It's an entrepreneurial university. Charles Koch, using his creative disruption phrase, would be capturing, creating value via good profit, or in this room, via conscious capitalism. The idea of entrepreneurism is to solve a problem, right, at scale, and that's what GCU is trying to do. So today, GCU has grown to 75,000 online adult learners. Today, GCU has 20,000 students on our vibrant, thriving ground campus in West Phoenix. As I stand here now, we're currently building 3 more dorms for next fall. We can't build dorms fast enough for the demand and interest in affordable, high-quality education. We're a thriving campus, and we're unique. We have 21 D1 sports. We have nearly 40 theatrical performances in plays. And what's funny is you have to come on our campus to truly understand what GCU is all about. People get caught up in, well, you're a for-profit university. Well, we had to save the university. We had to turn this thing around. Our ground campus average tuition is $8,700 per year. That's annual tuition, $8,700 per year. Average incoming GPA is 3.5. We've not raised tuition in 11 years. Because of our simple model of your higher GPA, a higher GPA results in lower tuition. So we're attracting more and more high-performing students. We've reinvested $1.2 billion in profits back into the university infrastructure and technology. On July 1st, 2018, we reverted back to nonprofit status. And that's a whole nother discussion. How about that? All right. So Mark Benioff, CEO of Salesforce, in summer of 2018, with an interview with New York Times, asked the question, are we not all connected? And he was referring to the business world today as moving into a world of stakeholders. So let me quickly tell you how we are living out our faith in serving our neighborhood through a 5-point plan. Number one, homes. We have the largest Habitat for Humanity partnership in the world. Our goal is to renovate 800 homes. So far, we've done over 200 homes. Property values have gone up 200% in the last 7 years. Safety and security. Now number two, safety and security. We've invested $1.6 million with the Phoenix Police Department. Crime is down 30%. Education, 3. We did something very simple. We opened a tutoring center we call a Learning Lounge. From 3 p.m. to 8 p.m., students can come over. We started with Alhambra High School, which is right across the street in the West Valley from our campus. And you simply match a college student with a high school student. And they talk about math and science and writing. Before you know it, they not only have an idea of successfully finishing high school, they have the idea that I can come onto a campus. I can graduate from university. So that partnership now has grown from 1 school to 129 schools in the West Valley in inner city Phoenix. 2,700 students have been served, and over 90,000 free tutoring hours have been provided by GCU and our students. We just recently partnered with the Milwaukee Brewers Spring Training Facility in Maryville, and we have a learning lounge right there next to Bronson Elementary School. 4, businesses. My first week in the job at GCU, they bought a hotel. They said, Randy, figure it out. So we have a hotel. We started a restaurant. We renovated the Maryville Golf Course. We have our own coffee company, Canyon Promotions, ad agencies. We're creating businesses, and that helps keep tuition down. The first 2 hires to our hotel were from Love International Church at 27th Avenue in Coulter, right in our neighborhood. They're not just employees of a hotel, they're part of a university team with the free educational benefits that everybody gets. And then finally, jobs. We have nearly 10,000 people going to and from the West Valley every day between teachers, faculty, staff, and students. Yes, Mark Benioff. Thank you. We are all connected. So how is it I walked into a classroom last week and they're talking about conscious capitalism? I want to thank Suzanne Zentner. She works for Gilbert School District here in Phoenix. In 2013, at the time I was a department chair at Arizona State University, and she walked in and said, Randy, I want to teach my management class using this yellow book, the Conscious Capitalism book. Of course, I read it, I was sold, and everything worked great with her and her class. But that was one class, 20 students. A couple months later, I became the dean of the College of Business at Grand Canyon. And my job there was to move our business college out of the 1980s and into 2020 and beyond. So the first thing I did was integrate conscious capitalism. I was all in. I bought books, I bought Firms of Endearment, I bought Conscious Capitalism. We've since also integrated Everybody Matters, Bob Chapman and Raj Sisodia's other book. And it's just part of who we are. It's part of our culture. But it's 5 years to integrate in 12 different courses. We sprinkle it across in finance, marketing, management, servant leadership. We've had to fully get it in all these courses, undergrad, graduate level. That's how we've changed the curriculum through assignments, readings, presentations. But we also had to change the culture. You just can't leave the classroom and then the students are seeing it from the university with our stakeholder, with the neighborhood. They're getting it in class, but also we had to change the culture. Every day we had to carry the torch. It was organic from our faculty. I was trying to lead it from the top as well, and we were working together. We brought in the one and only Raj Sisodia, of course, to speak. In 2015, in November, he talked to a packed house in our student union. In 2016, I went to the CEO Summit. I heard more conscious capitalism success stories. I brought those back to the university. We've had amazing speakers. Many of them are here. Laura Roberts, Adam Goodman, Jonathan Kaiser, Brian Moore, Oye Waddell, Darren Wilson, Courtney Klein, Mr. Colangelo. They are sharing the message of conscious capitalism success stories. Other issues, other things we've done, kind of co-curricular. We've started TEDx GCU. We have our own Canyon Angel Group, 501c6. We've invested over $2 million in 16 different companies. And we started a new business development center in which we've provided free Spanish and English curriculum in business purpose startup training to the West Valley. So today our College of Business is 16,000 students. This fall we're going to have over 4,000 students in the West Valley campus and our ground campus alone. Our students are learning and living conscious capitalism. And this is what business schools we need you all to do, is to inspire free markets and purpose for prosperity. I'm honored and blessed to be in Arizona and surrounded by a community of purpose-minded businesses. My challenge and call to this room is to please get involved with your local universities, share your conscious capitalism success stories, and help us encourage, educate, and inspire our future leaders. Thank you.